Straks over een half uur draaien we weer een bladzijde om uit het leven van de componistenfamilie Strauss. Maar eerst is er Filmspot met actrice Ornella Muti. Zij had absoluut geen zin om in een Belgische film te spelen en zeker niet de rol van zo'n braaf Italiaans moedertje. Toch heeft ze meegedaan in die film Wait Until Spring, Bandini. Aan Roel Van Bambost vertelt ze wat er eigenlijk was met regisseur Dominique Deruddere dat ze uiteindelijk ja zei. Ook regisseur Oliver Stone, die u vast kent van de bekroonde Vietnamfilm Platoon, zit in Filmspot. Hij houdt ervan om 's nachts liever tegen mensen te praten die hij niet ziet. En het liefst nog gekke psychopaten of fascisten. Dat is tenminste wat hij vertelt over zijn nieuwste prent Talk Radio. In Filmspot natuurlijk.
Goedenavond. Ook Filmspot wil het even hebben over Wait Until Spring Bandini van Dominique Deruddere. Naar een novelle van John Fenty uit 1938 vertelt de film ons over een arme Italiaanse immigrantenfamilie in Colorado. De vader Svevo, een metselaar, probeert tijdens de strenge winter van 1925 met gokken zijn vrouw en 3 kinderen te onderhouden, wat hem niet lukt. Op een dag klaart hij een klus bij een rijke weduwe. Zij verleidt hem. Maria, zijn vrouw, gaat er dan helemaal onderdoor. Ten slotte zal de oudste zoon Arturo proberen om zijn ouders terug bij elkaar te krijgen. Dit melodramatische gegeven werd op een bijzonder sterke manier in beeld gebracht. Meer dan overtuigend zijn bovendien de vertolkingen van Joe Mantegna, Faye Dunaway, Ornella Muti, Burt Young en de jonge Michael Bacall. Ornella Muti, die de rol vertolkt van Maria, kwam naar het filmgebeuren om de film te verdedigen.
At the first reading it seemed to be very difficult to play such a very patient and not aggressive, you know, and just sitting there, woman. I said, why should I do this? So then I said, then I don't know the director, and you know, and then the producer said, well, wait, the director is coming from the States. He's very nice, you'll see, and we'll see together a movie that he's done. And I must say that the first impression of Dominique is very good. I mean, I don't know if you know him personally, but he's really a great person because he has a big humor of life, which I think it's so important. You know, some people take it so seriously, which is good because he does the work seriously, but always with this code of humor, and I think it's really intelligent. So I liked him very much. I said, but why do you come to take me? He said, because I like you. And then I saw the movie he did, and I really liked it very much. So I said, okay, let's try. Even if I was not so convinced of Maria. Because I thought, why should I do a movie for the foreigners that's always this Italian woman and patient? But then I said, okay. And I was very happy to have done it.
Mama, what is this smell? Did you burn something?
No, Mama. I don't smell anything.
But it's an awful smell. Is your father home?
No, Grandma, he isn't home.
Oh, he isn't, huh? Now, who of my grandchildren is the most honest? The one who is, I will give this 10 soldi. Tell me quickly. Is your father drunk?
Mama, why you ask that?
Tu sta zitta. This is a game for the children. Well, is he drunk?
Svevo is not drunk. He's away on business.
Listen to your mother. Even when she was old enough to know better, she never flushed the toilet. And now she tries to tell me that your father is not drunk. But he is drunk, is he not, huh? August, for 10 soldi?
We don't know, Grandma. Honest.
Stupid children of stupid parents.
And what did you do in order to become Maria?
Not much, because I understood quickly that Dominique knows exactly what he wants, and he will get away with what he wants, not what you think you want. So I understood that very quickly, and I let myself go. Because also I'm so used, that's what I really like, to have a director that really takes you where he wants. Of course, it has to be somebody that knows what he's doing, and Dominique does know, and so I let myself really go.
Suppose we all go downtown before the stores close. You and me and Mama, all of us, and go down and buy some Christmas presents for everybody.
I want a bicycle.
Oh, sure, you get a bicycle. It will be a big Christmas this year. The biggest of all. And what will we get, Mama? Oh, look at all the money. Better give it all to Mama, huh? All the money Papa won playing cards. Pretty good card player, Papa.
How was Joe Mantegna to work with?
I like Joe very much, yes.
Did you know him before?
No, no, well, I did know him.
You know
not
of him?
as much, because in Italy, but he was coming in a very good way in Italy. But I liked very much Joe because he has a theater background, and that gives him that kind of easygoing way that sometimes movie actors don't have. They're really, you know, into it. But instead, an actor that comes from theater has always a very nice attitude towards this business.
Yeah. And he's an Italian in a way
and
too.
On top, yes, he has that thing that he's half Italian, which, and he was having lots of fun playing this Italian guy.
Something happens. You can't. I don't have fine dresses. I don't go to dances with him.
I'm always amazed that children are so good in films. Michael Bacall is very good in this one. Do you have an explanation for that?
Well, I think, I'm not sure, but I think that children are not so scared as we are to do wrong. You know, the more, they don't really care. They go, they do, and that gives them the, I think, the quality to be better, because they're not so scared that I'm not, you know, wanting to achieve so much as maybe we do, adults.
Merely. Italian actors and actresses also are so, to me, they are also so natural. They seem to have some acting in their blood or in their genes. Do you agree?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. That's very new to hear. Normally, that's what you hear about the American actors.
Yeah, but a lot of Americans are Italian, from Italian descent.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I like the thing that that's the impression that we give. I put myself in it right away.
Mama? I saw him. He's at the Rocky Mountain Hotel. Just him and Rocco. Mama.
And do you prefer to work in Europe or America? Is there a lot of difference?
I think that the European director likes to think that he is the one that's creating each time from that actor something. And I really think that the European directors, if they like a face, no matter what, they think they can make that actor do that character. While I always think, I'm not always sure, but I think that the American director, they take you, if you look as the character should look, they are more scared to think that even if you don't look really the character, they can make you play that character.
You want to work with Dominique again?
Oh, yes, and I might.
Yeah?
Yes. I like Dominique very much. I really like his attitude towards life. I think everybody should have the same. It's, for me, something I have to learn from Dominique.
Een keiharde film is Talk Radio van Oliver Stone met Eric Bogosian in de hoofdrol. Naar het gelijknamige toneelstuk van Bogosian zelf heeft ook de film het over de DJ Barry Champlin. Deze gevierde presentator laat in zijn nachtelijk praatprogramma luisteraars aan bod komen van allerlei slag. Racisten, psychopaten, verkrachters, neonazis en dies meer. En hij dient ze allen van antwoord. Barry Champlin is een cynische, sinistere figuur die als het moet over lijken gaat. Naarmate de film vordert merken we ook bij hem de fouten en barsten in zijn schijnbaar sterke persoonlijkheid. Talk Radio is min of meer gebaseerd op de story van Alan Burke, een radiopresentator die door een stel neonazis werd vermoord. Oliver Stone is erin geslaagd om van dit verhaal, dat zich toch grotendeels afspeelt op één locatie, een ongemeen boeiende en zelfs spannende film te maken. Eric Bogosian, die omringd wordt door Alan Green, Leslie Hope en Alec Baldwin, steelt de show met een ijzersterke voordracht van eigen dialogen. We spraken met Bogosian en Stone begin dit jaar in Berlijn. Mr. Stone, I understand you decided to make Talk Radio when you saw Eric Bogosian's play, one-man show actually. By which elements were you impressed or incited?
The idea. I think the idea of somebody talking into the night and not hearing anybody or seeing any of the other voices that are talking back to him was something that had never been done on film before. It's sort of like a private eye, but not a private eye, more like a private ear. But you never see the people. That was interesting to me.
And was it also a challenge to you because it was basically one location, one guy?
It was the strangest film I've ever done in terms of just working with 6 actors and one confined set and how to make that interesting. But it raised, I mean, I realized that in the forum of the radio station I could say anything I wanted about America. I could have any caller call in about anything. So being somewhat political in nature, I could have any call go in. And that's what I did when we rewrote the script and made the play bigger. We have every type of person call and say anything. You realize the freedom that gives a filmmaker? Just to say anything you want. You can have a caller say anything that's on your mind. So I have people discussing drugs, I have people discussing racism, sex. Everything goes. Everything is permitted.
All right, and we have Chet from Mesquite on the line. Yeah, Chet.
So now everyone in the country can hear your big mouth flap.
Oh, Chet, so nice to hear from you again. Shouldn't you be out burning crosses or molesting children or something?
I'd much rather be talking to you.
How about training pit bulls?
I think you're so smart. You get the package I sent down to the station?
Package?
You got it. I know you did.
Oh, you sent me a present, Chet?
See, I couldn't decide whether to use a timer or not. Guess you'll just have to find that out when you open it.
Wait a minute, hold on. You're telling me you sent me a bomb in the mail?
Wrapped in brown paper. See, I know you're looking at it right now. Yeah, you just take some C4, roll it in a pile of nuts and bolts, and it pebbles. It does the job.
Sounds interesting, Chet. I didn't receive your package. You sure you sent it to the right address?
You got it. See, if I were you, I'd have my pretty assistant give the police a call. Take the bomb squad about 10 minutes to get down
Bomb
there.
squad? Why should I call a bomb squad, Chet? Because some pinheaded redneck moron calls me up and tells me there's a bomb in my mail?
He who laughs last.
Yeah,
laughs...
shut up.
Well, I like to find a character who is, through that character, we can see these issues, or the issues pass through that one place where he's at. Because there are all kinds of people who are egotistical and insecure, the way Barry is. But when you take somebody who's egotistical and insecure and then put him in a position of power in the mass media, you're now, his insecurity is having an effect on hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people. A good example is somebody who's a newsman, news anchor, who can choose which things you're going to hear about on the news every night. And if he's very concerned about his popularity and his ratings, maybe he doesn't want to tell you about, Brazil, because Brazil is boring. He'd rather tell you about the plane that exploded over Chicago. So people, because he wants to keep his ratings up, he wants to remain popular, and so it affects all of us.
Denise, tell me something here. You're telling me that you're afraid of the garbage disposal in your mother's kitchen?
Well, it's not just the garbage disposal. I like things to be clean, Barry. Don't you?
How often does this happen?
Even dirty ashtrays.
Couple times since
just
I've
one
been
more
here.
unknown. Like the houses on our street. Used to be we knew who lived on our street, but that was years ago. Now all different kinds of people live here. Foreigners, people with accents. Are they clean? Are they sanitary?
Why didn't you ask one of them?
Well, sure, that would be a nice idea to just go to somebody's house and knock on their door. But what if a serial murderer lived there? What if Ted Bundy lived there? What if he was just sitting inside watching television, eating potato chips, and I came to the door? Why, you just come right on in here, Denise, he'd say. That's why I don't go to strange people's houses anymore. I keep the doors locked at all times, all my doors. But that's not going to solve anything. You're not going to stop a plane from crashing onto your house, are you?
No.
The mailman brings me unsolicited mail, and the postage stamp could have been licked by somebody with AIDS, right? My mother is a threat to my life just by persisting to go out there.
Parts of the film, I understood, come also now from the book about Alan Burke.
Yes.
Which brings us to the issue of neo-Nazism, really, and revisionism. Obviously, you wanted to make a statement about that as well.
Yes, I think the way that we make the statement, though, and I think one way that Oliver and I both work, is that as important as those people are, we have to look at our own anti-Semitism. We have to look at our own hatred. How is it appealing to us? Because obviously, well, things aren't dangerous unless they're popular. I mean, cannibalism is dangerous, but it's not popular, so we don't have to worry about cannibalism today. We have to worry about prejudice, racism, because it's very popular today. And one way I think we look at it in this film is we put the audience in the theater in the position of the audience listening to Barry's show. And that audience, in a certain way, finds it all very interesting to hear these racist remarks. And I think Stone and I both like to play with our audience like that, because I don't believe no one is without sin. Or if they are, I don't know them. I am not without sin on that regard.
Dan, I can't talk right now. I got to take a leak. I'll catch you later, okay? Stu, can we cool it with the baseball calls and the transvestites, please? How's the lines?
Warming up. I got 5 hanging on already.
Give me 45.
You got it, pal.
Barry, I got somebody I'd like you to meet, please. This is Chuck Dietz, VP in charge of advertising, Metrowave, Chicago.
Oh, really? Metrowave. Very nice to meet you.
Mr. Champlain, it's my pleasure. I've been reading all your press clippings and listening to tapes of your shows for weeks.
And?
And you're really something. You're very funny.
I try to amuse. Look, I'm in the middle of a show right now, okay? I gotta move it along here.
You're a genius at work. Listen, Barry, Metrowave's gonna be picking up the show starting Monday night, link it to a national feed.
We've got some people at Humphrey's Coffee, Barry. They want to sponsor the show nationally.
We're in Golden 30, Barry.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on. You telling me the show's going national starting Monday night? When did this happen? I mean, don't I get a say in this? You know about this?
Yeah.
Dan,
Barry,
what?
we really didn't know anything about it until tonight. No sense getting you all excited until it panned out. And Chuck is here to be the eyes and ears of Metrowave, so to speak.
So to speak.
15, Barry.
Listen, Barry, why don't you go ahead? We can talk later.
Yeah. Make your next trip something.
Hot show guy. We're talking Larry King here, coast to coast.
It's always a hot show, Dan. Stu, find me a catheter, will you?
Extra hot. We'll get a contract in this for 6 months.
Yeah.
You're listening to the best talk in Texas. Barry Champlain on KGAB.
You know about this?
Yeah, chill, will you, Barry? The Bucks don't suck. Stand by.
555-TALK.
Yeah.
The argument could be made that the movie, as being about a person who goes crazier and crazier, all the voices, have you ever thought about the fact that all the voices he hears may be people that he wants to hear? That he picks the calls. He picks who he wants to argue with. So all the people around him become like the swirling carousel shot at the end of the movie. They all become lost to him. They're all people in his landscape. But it's a very subjective movie, a very Edgar Allan Poe kind of movie. The only person who kind of breaks through it all is his wife, is Ellen Green. She has real feelings towards him, and he actually feels something towards her. He feels love. We sense at the end of the movie that he has a moment when he breaks through all the bullshit of his character and he starts to love.
And then at a certain moment he snaps out of it and he can't cope with it.
This man is, the man that Eric plays is a total disaster as a human being, but he's a human being, and I think that if you are sensitive, you begin to understand that his problems and you begin to like him.
Hey, I got no bad feelings about Lou. I'm glad he's so lucky, you know? I mean, I'm glad that somebody's treating you nice for a change.
I have some time for myself. It's kind of, you know, when I was with you, I spent so much time taking care of you. And with Lou sometimes even takes care of me. I don't know, it's a different lifestyle. You're like a carnival, and he's more like homogenized milk. What are you staring at me for?
I miss you.
I miss you too. What's this hold you have on me?
Love?
Well, the situation with a person on the radio is that no one knows what they look like. So their voice becomes the character. In fact, people can fall in love with that voice. And it happens even with people like Barry or Alan Berg. Many, many people loved Berg. And he didn't even have a sexy voice. They just loved him. They felt they could know him by listening to him on the radio. We, in the film, we show you the man on the radio. You hear his voice, but you also see him. You see what kind of person he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the one time he comes in this sort of arena, that's interesting. That was an interesting
That's a true
scene.
story. That comes from Berg's life. He went to introduce someone as a celebrity. He was a celebrity, so they brought him to introduce somebody. And he stood up, and instead of applause, everyone booed him. Because that was his gig, you know. His thing is to be hated, to be angry, the last angry man, whatever.
I listen to your show all the time. I think you're a sick, foul-mouthed, disgusting man. And you make people really nauseous 365 days a year.
Well, it just goes to show what masochist people are. They have to listen 365 days a year.
I don't know why they do leave your show on the air. Everybody I know hates it so much it makes me want to throw my radio right out the window.
Well, if you don't like the show, why do you listen?
Because I'm waiting for a better program that's on later.
Are you waiting for another program? I mean, there are 30 other shows on in Dallas. You listen to my show every night. It's a lot of stuff.
It's because I feel real sorry for you, and I think you should be ashamed of yourself because you're such a pathetic nerd.
I should be ashamed. At least I don't show up in public half in the bag making an utter jerk out of myself. You have no credibility. You like what I do. You need me. Unfortunately, you have no sense of humor, which is why you can never enjoy the show, which is why you're a loser. Like all people have no sense of humor, and you're categorically one of them. Goodbye.
En nu graag uw aandacht voor volgende videotitels. Mijn vader woont in Rio, pakkende familiefilm met Peter Faber en Geert de Jong. Cocoon The Return, vervolg op de eerste film met praktisch dezelfde vertolkers. Mississippi Burning, dramatische film van Alan Parker met Gene Hackman en Willem Dafoe. Things Change, een maffiacomedie van David Mamet met Donna Miche en Joe Mantegna. The Girl in a Swing, vreemd liefdesverhaal met McTilly en Rupert Fraser. The Moderns, portret van het Parijs van de jaren 20 door Alan Rudolph. The Big Blue van Luc Besson, over een diepzeeduiker met onder andere Rosanna Arquette. Willow, mythische avonturenfilm van Ron Howard. A Cry in the Dark, waargebeurd drama met Meryl Streep en Sam Neill. Coming to America, komedie van John Landis met Eddie Murphy. En Lethal Weapon, actie en spanning met Danny Glover en Mel Gibson.
You won't try nothing?
No, I'm square with you. I won't try a thing. I won't try a damn thing. You think I want to fall off? I promise, I'll just talk to you.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Here, you want a cigarette? Come on, let's smoke, okay?
Yeah.
Go on, take it, yeah. We're gonna take our time and both die of cancer. Here. Hate you to leave without me.
Oh, no. What are you doing?
See this key? Bye-bye.
You're crazy!
Now, you can jump if you want to, but you'll be taking me with you, and that makes you a murderer. Okay? Come on, let's go back.
You bastard!
Yeah, you'll be killing a cop. Now,
Yeah, I'll be killing a psycho nut cop!
Yeah, psycho, but I'm still a cop. You coming in? Come on, I'm going in.
Fuck you! I'm jumping!
Do you really want to jump? Do you want to? Well, then that's fine with me. Come on. Let's do it, asshole. Let's
Wait a
do
minute.
it.
What?
I want to do it. I want to do it.
What do you mean?
Just keep going, if you would. Thank you. Right through. Mr. Chamberlain, when you're ready.
Well, we were very shocked, of course, but at that stage we still had some hope that...
Can we just do that again or just...
No, that's okay. I've done some journalism myself. I think I know what you mean.
Okay, we're right. Rolling. Okay, thank you. And go.
Well, it was shocking, but we just held out some little hope. But when we saw the spots of blood on the tent, we knew as we looked that this was a very quick event. And this morning when we saw the sharp, ripped, jagged marks on that very thickly woven blanket, that this was a powerful beast with very sharp teeth. It was more than a domestic dog that did this.
Okay, stop it there. It gets boring after this. Now run this. I want to cut to her.
That won't cut.
Yes, it will. It'll cut if you wait till after the pan right there and put his last line over to disguise the question.
And I want some good sci-fi music to go over this to give it some atmosphere, understand?
Muse is art, huh?
I want that.
We knew that this was a powerful beast with very sharp teeth.
There's more to this than meets the eye.
Domestic dog that did this.
Hey, Jack, did you hear that?
Oh, I just yelled. It wasn't time to go and tell people. Has anybody got a torch? The dingo's got my baby.
A dingo. They must think we come down in the last bloody shower.
Time now, come on! Come on! Anybody move, I'll blow your fucking head off. What are you looking at, buddy? Come on! Stop stalling! Come on! Don't stall me! All of it! Come on, come on!
Excuse me for a moment. It would be wise for you to put the weapon down.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Please refrain from using any further obscenities in the presence of these people.
What?
I've warned you. I'll be forced to thrash you.
Fuck you!
Freeze, you diseased rhinoceros pizzle.
Stuk in Leuven organiseert van 6 november tot 19 december een filmcursus. Dirk Lauwaard zal er zijn opvattingen over acteren in film uiteenzetten. Het Filmmuseum in Brussel gaat in november verder met zijn panorama van de Japanse film en zijn reeks klassiekers van de stille film. Daarnaast is er ook een Amnesty International prijs, een competitie tussen 11 onuitgegeven films. 25 november is volledig gewijd aan films van Fellini.
Johann Strauss senior heeft een waardige opvolger gevonden in zijn zoon Johann junior. Maar als die ziek wordt, dan is er niet meteen iemand in de buurt om die leemte op te vullen. Behalve dan Jozef, maar die heeft niet zo'n zin om de populaire tour op te gaan. Of moet hij toch zijn broer helpen en zo de eer van de familie hoog houden?